All right. Hello and welcome back. This is NFL Pick'em Week 2, Pig City Pick'em. I'm one of your hosts, Zachary Avi,
I'm your other one, Alexander Walker.
and we'll do a quick recap of Week 1.
Week one was rough.
It was
That's
Week
your
1.
quick recap.
It was Week 1. Yeah. We'll tell the winner, go over a few little side notes, and move on to the next thing. But before we do that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that listened. Honestly, our goal was 7 views, and I think we had about 25 or so on Spotify and about 16 on YouTube. A few different comments, a few different things. Maybe it was the same people. I don't know, but appreciate it. Shouts out to Seth Brown, just coming in through the clouds, the 1 to 4 scale. That's my dog. And yeah, sincerely thank you to all you people. And hey, who knows? One day you'll be able to say, I remember the first pod I listened to. They were terrible.
Yep, that's true. It was pretty bad last week, but yeah, we appreciate it. Let's keep getting this thing to grow.
Yeah. So your goal this week as a listener is just to have one other person listen to it. Shouts out to I'd say there's probably 3 people in tier 1 of the fans that have sent me stuff or replied about stuff or commented stuff. So join that group. Any comments before I do a quick recap of last week?
Not really. I mean, my only comment is I'm pretty sure I got one 4 o'clock game right, and then every pick after that was wrong.
Yeah. So your boy here, Zachary Ivy, I apparently just loved home teams in week 1, and that did not go well. Alexander, kind of same thing for the 4 o'clock games, and that went terrible. And then I do want to give a shout out. Alexander and I both went 7-9 in week 1. Also apologize for the technological issues. Apparently, the Texans Ravens game just got cut from the pod. I don't know what we said during that segment, but I don't know. So, anyways, but we both did go
If there's
7-9.
any Texans and Ravens fan, we're sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually sorry, but yeah, sorry. But we want to give a shout out. Well, also the coin did beat us. The coin went 8-8.
Came down to the last game.
Yeah. I mean, the coin, I guess, should go 500. I don't really know how to quantify that, but we literally lost to a coin in week 1, so it's only up from here.
Yeah.
But one person did not lose to the coin, and that was our guest picker, Howard, who came through with picking the Jets at the end. If the Bills win that game, especially when Rodgers goes down, we all across the board go 8-8.
We don't lose to the coin. Or no.
Yeah, the coin would
We
beat all
would
3
still
of us.
lose.
So
Yeah.
shouts out to Howard coming through. Guy's been in here balling. Howard also won the Survivor Pick'em. We both lost our lot.
So now it's called Your Locks. It's not Survivor anymore.
Actually, we're just running it back. He won the first Survivor game. So he is eligible to pick the Falcons again, and that was the team that won for him, and we are all eligible to pick any team. But same kind of format. We do have a lock of the week, but you can't repeat picks until everybody's lost. So, all right, let's try to get at least back to 500 this week. And
Let's do it.
I'll start with my generic question, and look at our time. We're doing great. Confidence level of these picks across the board, 1 through 4. Where are you at this week?
How many? What's there? 1, 2,
There should still be 16. There's no buys.
16. So I'm at a 3.5.
You can't do halves. That's the whole point of the system.
No, you said 1 through 4. I literally 3.5 is in between 1 through 4.
Seth Brown, I just want to apologize for this idiot. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go with a 2 because there was like 3 or 4 games I couldn't decide, and there's one specifically. I want to change right now even doing it.
There was only 1 for me.
Okay. All right, and we will start. Oh, by the way, are we still going with a penny? Because I do have a nickel and a quarter as well. You know what?
It was a penny the first time. You just got to ride with it.
We'll stick with a penny. If you guys think we should use a different coin, or if you have an option what we should use, let us know. We're not using virtual, though. It's got to be manual. But we start off with yours truly. One of the few teams we did get right last week that did cover Thursday Night Football. The Philadelphia Eagles host the Minnesota Vikings. Walker, who you got in this one?
What's the spread?
Thank you. That's a great question. The Eagles are 7-point favorites, despite having a few injuries and things, but they are playing at home.
7-point favorites. Neither team looked great last week, but screw it. I'm riding off of last year's vibes, baby. It was a
Hey,
Thursday night rematch, and we kicked their butts the last time. And they're going to do it again. Go Birds.
look, if we were favored by anywhere near this much on the road, I'm probably going with the Vikings. I don't know how we're going to cover by 7 because I see some fear written on this game, if I'm being honest. But here's the thing: we're going to do it. It's going to happen. So, let's see. The coin has picked the Vikings. And if Walker just backed out, we'll see if he joins us back here in a second. So we do have the Vikings. I'll go ahead and code that for the coin while we're waiting on him to see what had happened. Yeah. So the next matchup we have is between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers, a good win in week 1. Baker came through at the end. They're the home team. A 3-point favorite. The Buccaneers are a 3-point favorite at home. And I went with the Buccaneers. So, Walker, a good timing as you hop right back in there. Who'd you go with in this Chicago-Tampa Bay game? Tampa Bay 3-point favorites.
3-point favorites. Again, I could see where it was a close one, but I did go Tampa Bay.
Wow, you went against your boy Fields. And the coin agrees. The coin went Minnesota in the first game. I know you backed out for a second. Hopefully this uploads correctly. All right,
Who'd you
moving
get,
on.
Minnesota? You went Birds, didn't you?
Yes, dude. It's the freaking Eagles. I can't do that. You got to bet with your heart sometimes. All right. Green Bay at Atlanta. 1.5-point favorites on the road. The Packers going to Mercedes-Benz, whatever it's called. Your pick?
Both of them won last week, but one of them looked better than the others, and that's Green Bay. I'm on the love wagon.
Completely agree, and I'm starting to think this coin is one-sided as it has picked another road team with the Packers. All right. The next matchup we have, and I will go first, is and again, just remind you guys, we set these spreads. I know this line's moved a little, but the Colts going to Houston as 1.5-point favorites. Richardson a little banged up, seems like he's going to be fine, and I'm going with the Colts.
Yes, this is actually my survivor pick / lock in. I'm going Colts.
Okay, you feel confident even with Minshew?
Yeah.
All right, and oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this penny is rigged. Also going with the away team, the Colts. All right, next matchup, we have Seattle going into Detroit. Detroit, 6-point favorites after the opening win against Kansas City. Who you got?
Both teams didn't look great, but there's one team I believed in way more, all like off season everything, and that's Detroit. So I'm going Detroit.
This is the one game, like your little disclaimer last week, don't trail me on this. Do not, well, I guess don't follow us on most of them, but do not follow me on this game because I want to pick Seattle so bad. This is Geno Smith all over it. But I just think Detroit might actually beat the living crap out of them. So I went Detroit. And the coin goes, all right, I'm actually starting to get pissed now. Seattle. It loves the road teams this week. And that actually makes me very nervous. All right. Next matchup. We have the Chargers of Los Angeles. 3.5-point favorites on the road into Tennessee. Tennessee, a little grimy football team. It looked as if Ryan Tannehill wanted the Saints to win last week. And I went with the Chargers. I think they lost. They were probably the best team in a loss last week, I think.
Yeah, their defense didn't look great last week, but Tannehill showed he ain't no Tua last week, and it ain't even gonna be close. Chargers winning a big one.
Yeah, Tennessee doesn't have a guy named Tyreek Hill. Oh, I stand corrected. The coin said we don't care about that. Tennessee. This is actually the Mike Vrabel spot. All right, coin, I hear you. Can't argue with it. It beat us. Baltimore. A little sloppy game last week, heading into Cincinnati. The Bengals, terrible game, but they are favorites at home, 3.5 points.
This one was wild to me because I thought Baltimore, they didn't play that good, but they played way better than Cincinnati. So I felt like the line would have been a whole lot closer, which gave me even more confidence in going Baltimore. And it was almost my lock.
Okay, love that pick. I went Cincinnati. And the coin agreed with you. God! I hate this coin. I really do. This might be the worst segment that we've ever done. Okay, Las Vegas. They won, right? I think both teams lost, but they somehow got away with the win. Garoppolo, big play at the end. Teammates respected what he did. Facing the Bills. And this one opened up as 9.5 points. I am curious what that would move to, but that is a huge spread. But I don't care. Josh Allen isn't turning the ball over 4 times. Bills are going to absolutely obliterate the Raiders. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, I went Bills as well. They're going to bounce back in a huge way. Like,
And
I
the
just firm
coin,
believer in that.
my bad, didn't mean to interrupt you there. And the coin agrees with us. So you know that we're right on that one. All right. Kansas City, defending Super Bowl champions, lost in week 1. Chris Jones signs a contract extension. They don't have anyone to catch the ball. I don't know if Kelsey's alive, dead, whatever's happening. But they are still 3-point favorites facing Jacksonville, who looked amazing in the first half. Calvin Ridley was unstoppable. And then the second half kind of just fizzled it out a little. But still come away with a good game. Who you got Chiefs 3-point favorites on the road?
Yeah, I went Jacksonville. I think this is a game where in the second half they don't start trying to do maybe some different stuff instead of just rely on Ridley. I think if it's working, they're going to have to ride it. Even without that, the first half, Jacksonville looked completely different than second half. And if the first half shows up, full faith, so I'm riding Jacksonville.
All right. Yeah, we're picking the Chiefs to go 0-2, and so is the coin. We all went Jacksonville there. Maybe it just hates the Chiefs. Not really sure.
Should we have been reading Colts or Howard's?
Um, no, I don't think so. I'll tell us lock at the end, but we'll
All
see.
right.
Not enough people said they wanted to hear it. I did have a few comments saying they wanted to let the kids speak. That she was spitting facts. Shouts out to Bree, Bree
Let's
gang.
go.
All right. 49ers, 8-point favorites. Maybe look the best of any team besides Dallas in week 1. Going into Los Angeles, face the Rams, who also surprisingly look good. 8-point favorites on the road. I went with the Rams. I'm not even sure if it was my turn. I got a little out of order there, but I did pick the Rams to cover.
I was a coward. I went San Fran. They
I think
just
I'm.
look too good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're right. You know how I know you're right? Because the coin agrees with you picking San Francisco. Do you want the coin on your side, or do you want to prove the coin wrong? Where are you at with that?
Well, let's see. It's went 1, 2, 3. Only 3 different from me this week.
Okay.
So I don't know how I feel about it.
All right. Well, this is where actually that last game probably was as well, but this is where it started getting real bad for you when the tides changed to 4 o'clock. So I might have been one game off, but yeah. So good luck with this next slate. We have the Giants, who the only team in the NFL not to score. Fun fact for you, facing the Cardinals, the only team to literally try not roster a quarterback and somehow still have one on their team. Giants 4.5-point favorites on the road in Arizona. Who you got?
I went Giants bounce back week. Same belief I
Really?
had in Buffalo to bounce back. I got Giants bouncing back.
Same. This game was close to being my lock, but I was like, if I would lose on a team that didn't score in week 1, I might actually get fired from my own thing that I employed myself in. So yeah. All right. Next, obviously.
What'd the coin go?
Oh, that is a great point. I apologize. The coin also agreed and went Giants. That's on me. The Jets, who again, Rodgers 4 snaps, 9-11 done. Just a sad situation. Zach Wilson comes in. They get a walk-off punt return touchdown. I heard a stat. I didn't fact check it. That's the second walk-off punt return touchdown ever. And if true, shouts out to Sean Jackson. But anyways, Dallas opened up as 8.5-point favorites against the Jets. That the Dallas team, there was a whole list of things of blocked this and intercepted this and pick 6 in return. There's no team in NFL history that allowed all those things to happen in a whole season, and the Giants had them all happen in the same game. Yeah, I went with Dallas. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sorry, I don't. I would like to know what the number would have been where I wouldn't have went with Dallas to cover.
Uh, for me, not to go Dallas, Zach Wilson just not needed to be the quarterback. But yeah, I went Dallas.
Yeah. Okay. Lame. And the coin agrees. God, dude. Sorry that I should have left that on. Okay. My bad. We'll get these last few games going here. Washington. They're 1-0. You know, that's all you can really say. Facing a team that's 0-1, the Denver Broncos, who are 3.5-point favorites at home. I guess the altitude and maybe the fact that Washington tried to lose. Who'd you pick in this one? I'm actually very curious about this.
Uh, I mean, went with the Taliban. Washington Nation, baby.
All right. The coin agrees with you. And so do I. Oh, change the order up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I believe in Russell Wilson one too many times.
Why do I only have three different than the coin? This is scary.
The coin loves you, bro. I feel like we don't have that many different, but we'll check that math at the end. All right. Listeners, by the way, one thing you can do, just put the ones you have different before game time, put them on there, and comment who you think is going to do better. I know most of you are going to listen before Sunday. You might not before Thursday night kickoff, but I mean, if you're not rocking with the Birds, then we don't rock with you anyways. Miami heading into New England again, stifled an Eagles team that did not look great, facing Miami, who basically did what they wanted. That 1-2 throw where he steps up in the pocket to Tyreek down the right side. I'm going to watch it 500 more times, probably. It's if that play was made on Madden, I'd be like, all right, this is stupid. Like, that's unstoppable. All that being said, Dolphins 2.5-point favorites, divisional game in New England, though.
Yeah. Two and
I
a
guess
half. Just like I get they're the road team. I get New England made a Philly past runner up Super Bowl game competitive, but yeah, give me Miami all day.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the whole Belichick thing, like he makes your coach differently. They have
And
too
it's
many.
divisional game. Maybe they just think it'll be closer.
Yeah, but I mean, the Patriots when they were great lost. Maybe they're like flipping it. Like now that Miami's good, they're going to lose to the Patriots. All right, Saints at Carolina.
What the coin go?
Sorry, my bad. Coin also agreed. Just assuming that's me. My bad. I've not done a good job of that. Hey, roast me in the comments. I don't care. Give me views. But yeah, it did agree. That's why I was kind of disappointed. Saints at Carolina. Carolina looked exactly how we at least thought they would look. Saints did not look near as good as I thought they would on offense, but defense looked good. But again, Tannehill looked awful. Saints 3-point favorites on the road, divisional game. Never know what's going to happen in division. I don't even know if I'm supposed to go first here. I'm doing a terrible job tonight. That's on me. But this is actually my lock of the week. Saints at Carolina, divisional game. I'm going with the Saints. I am a big believer in the Saints. I think that's the worst Derek Carr will look. Their defense is legit, and they're going to frazzle Bryce Young. And I mean, it's not like Carolina has like great home field or anything.
Heck, that'll be a home game for the Saints. But yeah, I went with who dat.
All right. I do want to say one scheduling thing for those of you that haven't looked ahead. This is actually one of the Monday night games. Another one that we're going to discuss in a second comes on an hour later, so that's great scheduling there. All right, and the coin goes with Saints. I mean, have you watched this show before?
Dude, I'm gonna say it's because you're using a penny. It doesn't get the right proper revolutions that it's a freaking quarter would.
I asked everybody, go back, rewind the tape. I asked. You said no. Did we really think the Jets were going to... No, I'm not making that joke. Okay, Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Cleveland. I don't know if it was Cincinnati or Cleveland, but they rattled Burrow. Burrow said he's not worried, but Kenny Pickett might not be worried because Cleveland going into Pittsburgh as 2-point favorites. I mean, Mike Tomlin at home, being the underdog. I feel like people are going to love the Steelers in this game, but I just didn't see it. Who'd you go with?
Nope, I already have it written down. Nope, nope. Stick with it. Stick with it. All right, I'm sticking with it. Uh, I'm going with Cleveland. I'm not sold on that. I wanted to go Pittsburgh so bad, but I couldn't convince myself. I feel
I
like a
thought you were
coward.
having like some kind of
I
convulsion
feel
or
like a
something.
coward. I feel like a coward, dude. I should have went Pittsburgh. I'm already
You want the
regretting
good
it.
news?
The
You want the
coin
good
needs to
news or
go
bad news?
Pittsburgh. If the coin knows what's up, it's going Pittsburgh.
The coin went Pittsburgh. I also want to apologize. I know we're right here at the 20-minute mark. I did not do a great job this week of navigating through things. Forgive me. All right, kill me. All right, and I guess we'll share Howard's lock of the week. His lock of the week. Wow. Just looking at his pick, his lock of the week is against the Falcons, the team he picked to win, Green Bay, on the road against the Falcons. Guess he didn't like what he saw out of the Falcons. And I guess I took his strategy choosing against the Panthers. Howard has only picked, I'll let y'all figure out which ones next week. He only picked 2 home teams this week.
What?
Yes. Now, I will say when I looked at my picks, I almost picked the favorites exclusively. So maybe I was too swayed. Maybe I'm just going, but like, I didn't like that about mine either. So we'll see. Was Howard the coward or am I? That's week 2. Any last words, Walker?
Uh, yeah. I mean, just let us know about the coin. Like, is a penny okay to use? Like, I swear it don't weigh enough. It can't get the proper like revolutions in the air.
Yeah, I
But
mean, it's a really good point. Still think it's 50%, but all right. Maybe I'm just too consistent of a flipper. Maybe that's what it is.
yeah,
Yeah. Again, thank you all so much for listening. Like, subscribe, put on your notifications. We'll at least do one a week. We'll probably do a couple more throughout the year. But deuces.
we out.